Welcome into Clippers Countdown as your 32-26 LA Clippers are back in their own stomping grounds at Crypto.com Arena, where they won the all-time head-to-head series in that building against the Lakers. But now they're trying to win the season series as the true road team for the first time in 25 years against a 36-21 Lakers team. That's the hottest team in the league. They've won 16 of their last 20 games, and they've added the Don in Luka Doncic to a team with the King in LeBron James. And so the Don King duo has arrived, only in America. Thanks, Nico. But thankfully for the Clippers, James Harden has them coming into this weekend's two-game mini-series with a little bit of momentum after what he did in Chicago.
Takes it down the right alley. Pocket pass to Zoo. Left corner Coffee. Swing at Harden. Flies by ball. Left-handed floater. Rolls around and down. James Harden, big-time shot in traffic. Trying to split the season series with Chicago. Harden, right angle. Step back. A three. Nylon! James Harden! A big-time shot for the right wing. Doubles the Clipper lead. 121-14. Timeout Chicago.
James Harden dropped that game winner after a 20-point third quarter as the Clippers would return to LA with a 122-117 victory over the Bulls. But many aren't as bullish as of late on this Clippers team that has still lost 3 of 4 coming out of the All-Star break. The time to turn things around and establish yourself as a top 6 seed in the Western Conference and without falling into the play-in is now. With just 24 games left before the postseason, it is time to play with a sense of urgency, and what better way for the Clippers to find that competitive edge than a matchup against their in-city rival while they're adding their biggest nemesis in Luka Doncic. Tip-off from Crypto.com Arena between the Clippers and Lakers is just about 60 minutes away. Coming up, we got Lauren Rosen on the pregame show. Carlo Jimenez will be here in just moments, though. Clippers, Lakers from Crypto, first of 2 games this weekend, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. First of 2 games this weekend. Welcome back into Clippers Countdown, the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. I'm Adam Osland. Tip-off is just about 58 minutes away. We just got notice that Luka Doncic, Luka the Don, is probable for this one. So the stars have arrived, including our star, Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how we doing?
Hey, I'm good, Adam. I'm good. I'm hanging out in it's like going back to your old apartment. It's a little strange being in here right now, but I'm good. I'm with Big Bro. What can go wrong?
What can't go wrong? Well, it's Clippers-Lakers. Who knows? Let's go back to last game, though, for the Clippers. A 122-117 victory over the Bulls, doubles, and it was James Harden, who was knocking down a huge shot late after a big third quarter. Just a spectacular turnaround in that second half for the Bearded Wonder.
He was unbelievable. I mean, getting to his spots, knocking down catch and shoot threes. I thought, Adam, what he did a really good job of that game is playing off the ball. Felt like he got a couple catch and shoot threes that he doesn't normally get in the Clippers' regular rotation and really able to turn the page. Talk about a guy who digs deep. I mean, you mentioned it, but a rough first half for the Beard. 5 three-pointer games, lead another for the Clippers and got them to the finish line. Really the through line through this season, the ability of the Beard to move the Clippers forward against an opponent.
Absolutely has been their MVP. Your player watching that game, Derek Jones Jr., hot start, 9 points in the first quarter, ended up with 16, was in double-digit scoring for the second straight game. He's looked very good and more aggressive offensively.
He has looked more aggressive offensively. I thought he was able to get to his spots better. He hasn't played as many minutes in a couple of games, Adam, but he's done a nice job of getting downhill, finishing around the rim, and then hitting a couple threes in that game, which was big for him. He had been on a little bit of an over streak before the contest. Look, the Clippers are 8-4 this season when he makes 6 or more field goals. He got to that number in the Clippers' last game. Whenever they can get offense, Adam, from either a Dunn or Derek Jones Jr., it feels like it just alleviates a lot of things for everyone, because it's understandable. Teams are going to come in against the Clippers. They are going to game plan and force those guys to make shots. But when they do make shots, everything turns around as Derek and Luka give themselves a little greeting on the left side, a hug as they high five. Two former teammates, and tonight probably guarding each other on both ends of the floor.
That'll be a fun matchup to watch at times. Amir Coffey making his shot at times at Luka Doncic, and he had 14 in the first half in Chicago. It was good to see Amir really find his shooting stroke. We know how good he's been from three all season long, but ended up with 20 points in that one. It just really helped lead that bench unit, especially to start that second quarter.
I think Amir Coffey looks at best, Adam, when he is playing with that second unit. It feels like the numbers will say that too. His ability to be able to swing the ball around, to find guys in the key, and to get downhill. It's been impressive to watch him here continue to drive the second unit. Tyler was talking about how with that second group, they play a level of basketball that is kick, swing. They want to push the rock. Amir, top 5 in the NBA of points per possession in the fast break. He's looking to get out and run, and that helps everybody on the offensive end, because somebody's going to be having to trail him. The Clippers offense works a lot better when they are running in the half court.
I thought it also looked much better to start that third quarter when they were playing through Kawhi, who ended up with 17 points. But the impact and the rhythm and the flow they got into to start that third quarter playing through him, well, it ended up with the Clippers having a 39-point period.
I mean, just an incredible performance to get around and attack the offensive end. The Clippers, Adam, had one of their best games moving the ball. I mean, as a whole, 33 assists on their 44 made field goals. They were able to swing and get, and the defensive side of basketball, I thought, was excellent. One of their best games when they were defending without fouling for the Clippers. Just 11 free throws in that contest for the Chicago Bulls. But you talk about that third quarter. The threes were flying for the Clippers. They were knocking down a lot of them. James Harden had 7 catch and shoot threes in that game. It's the most he's had as a Clipper on the season. Big time shots from the Beard.
You mentioned the three-point shooting in that game with the Clippers going almost 52% from the outside. It was great to see Bogdan Bogdanović bounce back after the 1-for-12 performance and have his best shooting game as a Clipper.
Yeah, Bogey, I think, creates a lot of offense out of more than many people expected. When he came over from the Clippers, a lot of people talked about the three-point shooting. He's a catch-and-shoot three type of guy. But Ty Lue trusts him to dribble the basketball and create on the offensive end. And him and Ben Simmons have transformed that second unit for the most part, in their ability to initiate the offense time and time again. So impressive from Bogdanovic in that game, Adam. He makes 14 points, but he has 6 assists for the Clippers as well. Him and Simmons combined for 14 in their limited action off the bench. Anytime your bench unit can get you 14 assists plus a couple more from Amir Coffey and Nico Batum, it was great to watch that group dissect the defense and play with each other. The Clippers are at their best when they swing the ball.
Of course, you brought him up there, but Ben Simmons led them with 8 assists off the bench in limited minutes out there, was just diming. His assist-to-turnover ratio has been spectacular so far. As a member of the Clippers, the fit has been great for them, and he's helped bolster that second unit.
11-1, the assist-to-turnover ratio right now for Ben Simmons, 22 assists to 1 turnover. That's not bad so far throughout the season for Simmons, who we're going to see, Adam, for the first time, I think, this season, have a real defensive assignment as well. Simmons, an all-defensive selection in his time in Philadelphia. He can be a premier defender in the NBA at his size. He has shown his versatility on the offensive end, pushing the ball, getting rebounds. I saw a stat line the other day, Adam. No player in the NBA has more 8 assists or 8 or more rebound games without hitting 10 or more or having 10 or more points than Ben Simmons. He is one of the best at affecting the game without scoring. And I think that's why he fits this Clipper role perfectly, Adam. They need guys who can play make. That was the struggle before the All-Star break. It was a lot of stand and watch somebody that's hopefully hot get a lot of points. And often that was Kevin Porter Jr. But Simmons has created an offense with the movement of Coffey and Bogey off the ball that allows that group to be so much more dynamic.
Likely going to need him in some small ball lineups tonight. Clippers back at Crypto, taking on the Lakers, the true road team for the first time in this matchup in 25 years for the Clippers. Tip-off is just about 50 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. More from him coming up next here on Clippers Countdown on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers taking on the Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. First of 2 games this weekend with a day off in between on Saturday. Clippers will run it back against the Lakers on Sunday. Kind of a big deal in the standings. My opinion is the Clippers need to win both if they want to be able to chase down the Lakers in the Western Conference, who are currently about 4 games up on the Clippers. The tiebreaker is still up in the air. They're 1-1 against them so far this season. Clippers winning that first matchup decisively. The Lakers winning the second one by 25 over the Clippers. So that was a big swing, and that was without Luka Doncic, who is probable to play tonight, as is LeBron James and Jackson Hayes. No Norman Powell for the Clippers. Let's get to more from your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez.
Thanks so much, Adam, here with head coach Sharon Liu before the Clippers take on the Chicago Bulls. Coach, Patty got some minutes in the first half in the last game. I know when he came in, you guys talked about him being a vibes guy, but how can he contribute to the team on the floor?
We got a misconnection there. It's just Clippers-Lakers, no big deal. You know what? Instead, let's switch things up. Let's go to Clippers Rewind. We're going to go back in time here to April 19th of 1992. In theaters at the time was White Men Can't Jump and Basic Instinct. On the top of the radio charts at the time was Vanessa Williams and her song Save the Best for Last. And it was the Lakers and Clippers in OT at the Forum.
Harper is so tough to defend. Into James Edwards. Edwards turning the base. That ball away. 15-footer knows it. The rebound underneath. They put it up and in. Two men were there in red. It's nary a Laker. Norman and Rivers there. Rivers is a little guard, and he put it in the tie-up. And here's Harper around the pick. Edwards set the pick. The ball comes to Manning. His 12-foot jumper ties it up. Danny Manning. He's as good as I've seen at the forward position this year in the league outside of perhaps Karl Malone. This guy can do more things. Long lead pass to Manning. He runs. Travel? No. He did not travel. He banks in a 10-footer. Manning, sensational performance. 32 points for him. His season high is 34. Manning pass out of it to Rivers. Baseline to Norman. Norman in the air. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Tipped up and in. I think Manning got it again, didn't he? Yep. 34. Oh, has he played a game? 10 seconds left. I can't believe a guy can be that good.
Well, Sedale Freed, he takes the inbound pass. Doc Rivers is there. He tries to fake the flop. He got away with it the first time, which was a good call. It was an offensive foul. This time, the official said, look, we're not going to have something like that decide the game. Stay on your feet. So they call it the flop. Sedale's open. He's going to his left. Look out. And he knocked it home.
I saw a guy in the crowd with the sign, Freak for President. He might be the best candidate we got. 4.5 seconds left. They spread out the offense in a different style. Manning brings it into Rivers. 3 seconds. Rivers the dribble. 1 second. Rivers in the air. 17-footer. No!
Oh, what a game there. Yes, Lakers great announcer Chick Hearn on the call. Danny Manning was all over those highlights. Unfortunately, Doc Rivers couldn't be the hero there at the end, but that Clippers team won 45 games with Danny Manning as their leading scorer. They would eventually lose in the first round to a Utah Jazz team led by Karl Malone and John Stockton back in 1992. Clippers, Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. Tip-off just 42 minutes away. Coming up next, hoping to reconnect with Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. Tip-off just 40 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official pregame show for your Los Angeles Clippers. It's Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we got Lauren Rosen join the show in our Media Roundtable segment, and we'll get to your player to watch. But first, let's head back over to Carlo Jimenez.
Thank you so much, Adam. Here with head coach Tyronn Lue for the Clippers take on the Los Angeles Lakers. Coach, 33 assists on 44 made field goals in your last game. What led to such great ball movement for the team?
I think our pace. I think in the second half, be able to attack, get to the paint, and make a play for each other. I thought in the first quarter, our first unit had a really good intent of just getting to the next action, moving the basketball, and then making the right play. And they did that, and they carried over to the second half. But our pace in the second half was really good, allowing us to get out early, get into the paint, and make plays for each other.
Your second unit to end the first quarter and then to start the second quarter of that entire five off the bench seemed to work really well together. What did you like about that group? Because they're outscoring your starters for the first 20, 30 minutes of the game.
Yeah, just their pace. I think them just playing read and react basketball. I think getting to the next actions. I think reading the slips. I think hitting open guy and making the right play. They've been really good. And so we haven't really installed a lot of plays. I think we have a couple that we're, finally starting to get down, but they just kind of read and react and play the game.
Two more for you. Harden is averaging nearly 5 threes his last 5 games, 5 makes per game.
Last how many games?
Last 5.
Oh, okay.
It's like 4.7. What have you seen that has allowed him to be more efficient offensively and get more shots from three?
I think, like I said, in that second half, just be able to play with more pace. He was off the basketball. He was able to get penetration, and he took 7 catch-and-shoot threes. Yeah. I think he made 4 of them, but allow him to be off the ball a little bit more so he doesn't have to make every play, like I said, because it's been so hard on him all season long, just having to carry this team, him and Norm, and we got to play a different style of basketball. But now we got, better passers, better playmakers, so now he can, receive some of those three-point shots on the other side.
Last one for you. Bisha always tells us that this team plays better when they play faster. Do you like playing teams that play faster like the Lakers because it speeds this group up? And where is the success in the fast pace?
Yeah, I think we got to be able to attack fast. We just can't come down and play against a set defense every single time. And I think the more we can get the ball in fast, get the ball up a pace, advance and attack early, we're better off, offensively.
All right, thank you so much. Best of luck.
There was Coach Lue pregame with Carlo Jimenez as we are just about 37 minutes away from tip-off at Crypto.com Arena. It's the Clippers taking on the Lakers. First of 2 this weekend. They'll run it back on Sunday. Coming up next, your player to watch right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers taking on the Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. Tip-off just 34 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. This is the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. It's Clippers Countdown. Still to come, you're going to hear from Clippers courtside reporter in Lauren Rosen in our Media Roundtable segment. But first,
this is LA Clippers basketball.
Watching this guy play right now is really something.
Players to watch.
may have just given this away, but Ivica Zubac, my player to watch. I'm doubling down. He was my player to watch last time out. He had 10 and 10 against the Bulls. Wasn't overly focused upon on the offensive end. Just got up 8 shots, but the Clippers went 19 of 37 from 3. That's 51% shooting, so I don't blame them for taking a few more three-pointers. In a game like this, though, where we expect the Lakers to go small early and often, even without Rui Hachimura being able to play the 5, he is out for this ball game. Ivica Zubac is going to have to be great with his decision-making out there. When it comes to passing out of double teams, when it comes to getting to those hook shots, nobody has taken more hook shots this season than Big Zoo, and it's not even close. He just has to make quick decisions out there, be decisive with them, because they're going to scramble. If you watch the way they played against Nikola Jokic recently, they'll throw doubles, maybe triple teams his way, and force him to make tough decisions out there. Ivica Zubac has been much better passing out of the short roll this season. He's going to have to be great this weekend, or else the Clippers are going to have to elect to go small at times to match up with the Lakers. But the real advantage is keeping Ivica Zubac on the floor as much as possible. Clippers and Lakers. And Big Zoo is my player to watch tonight. His tip-off is just 32 minutes away. Coming up, your complete injury report, and then Lauren Rosen, your sideline reporter for the Clippers. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. Tip-off just 30 minutes away. Welcome back in. It's Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up in the very next segment, we get your Clippers courtside reporter in Lauren Rosen here joining us on the show. But first, let's get to that injury report brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. For the Clippers, after being questionable earlier today, Norman Powell is out tonight. But according to Justin Rousseau at Fly By Night, he's expected to be back on Sunday from that left patellar knee injury. As for the Lakers, Luka Doncic has been upgraded to probable. Rui Hachimura, though, is out for the Lakers show. Got injured last night in their victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lakers on the second night of a back-to-back. Clippers with the rest advantage, but they're on the road for the first time in 25 years as the true road team against the Lakers at Crypto in the Clippers' old stomping grounds. We'll talk about that and more coming up with Lauren Rosen as we are just about 28 minutes away from tip-off. Clippers and Lakers, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Regulators, Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers from Crypto.com Arena in the first of two in this two-game mini-series this weekend. Welcome back into Clippers Countdown. I'm Adam Oslin. Still to come, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard and get back to Carlo Jimenez. But joining the show right now is your newest member of your Clippers broadcasting squad. It is Lauren Rosen joining us here on Clippers Countdown once again. Your Clippers courtside reporter at Lauren M. Rosen is where you find her on all social media platforms. Lauren, thanks for doing this once again here on Clippers Countdown.
Adam, this is like my favorite little midweek, actually not necessarily midweek, but any time of week treat. I love doing this with you. I love that I'm learning to use the chat. I'm learning to listen to the LA radio when I'm driving in the car. I'm learning the commute. I'm learning it all. Thanks to you. Thanks to Carlo. Thanks to the gang. This is so much fun.
Glad you're getting acclimated here. Let's not make this too long of a drought between settings with Lauren here on Clippers Countdown. Let's talk about a guy who has acquitted himself very well as a Clipper. You knew him in Philly. James Harden came through with a 27-point second half in Chicago where he knocked down the game-winning three-pointer from the outside. I don't know if I've seen many better second halves after a struggling first half from a guy in a Clippers uniform. That was incredible what he did.
I watched that game from home, Adam, and I was hoping that it would crescendo into an ending exactly like the one we saw. But you always hope for that, right? So how cool is it to see it actually come to a head in such an exciting way. Again, we talk about it a lot, you and I, but James Harden in year 16, his 11th All-Star season, still doing things that amaze people the way he was doing them 10 years ago. It's such fun to see, and it's meaningful to see the way he's made such an impact on this team and is able to convert the impact he's making within the team to the on-floor impact that we got to see in Chicago.
He's been their all-star. I think he's been their MVP so far this season. Somebody else who hit a big three-pointer right before that one from James was Bogdan Bogdanovic. Bogey, after a 1-for-12 performance in Detroit, went 4 of 5 from the outside in that 122-117 victory over the Chicago Bulls. It was good to see him really catch a rhythm in a Clippers uniform because he is a bucket. It's all about confidence. He's talked about it. It's up here. It's mental right now with the shooting funk he was in.
One of the best shooters in the world, right? And he's played incredibly in the NBA, incredibly internationally, and you hear shooters say it all the time. You just have to keep shooting. So to see him gratified in that way was obviously very exciting, heartening for Clipper fans, but you know that it was heartening for Bogey as well. He was not thrilled with himself up until that point, and you could see it, right? So to see him be able to rise to the occasion in that way was awesome.
Your Clippers courtside reporter Lauren Rosen is our guest here in the Media Roundtable segment as we get set for the Clippers taking on the Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. So, Lauren, I have to ask, where were you when you heard the news that Luka Doncic was traded to the Lakers?
Adam, I'm so glad you asked. And unfortunately, we all remember well. For me, I was on the road with the Clippers, as was Carlo. I'd be curious to hear his thoughts when he comes on afterwards. We were in Toronto. It was overnight. I am an early sleeper. I'm a little bit of a grandma in that sense. I like to be early to bed, early to rise. So it did happen overnight. And I rolled over and I looked at my phone. I think I had 82 Twitter notifications. And I said, either something's gone horribly wrong or there's been a big trade, right? And so the latter, of course, was what ended up happening. But I won't forget it because you sort of read it the first time. And I said, no, there's no way. I said, is this NBA Central? If you get it, you get it. But then when you read it again and you read all the commentary and it became real, it was sobering. It was a crazy, I don't remember in my lifetime, I know lots of people have said this, a trade that shocking, right? There were no murmurings, no mumblings, nobody saw it coming. So for a trade to be that big and that shocking at the same time, I had never seen anything like it.
Yeah, when Shams Charania, who broke the news, had to send out another tweet saying, yes, this is real. I can confirm this is actually happening. You know it's big news. It may have been disastrous for Clipper Nation because we've been dealing with Luka Doncic more than anybody else. In the playoffs, they've matched up against him 3 different times. They are 2-1 against Luka, but to see him in a Lakers uniform tonight, it's going to be something different right now. What have you made of the way he's fit in so far as a member of the Lakers? He has struggled with the shot a little bit, but they still are winning.
Ironically, Bogdanovic and Luka Doncic both have sort of exemplified a similar thing. It's hard to get traded mid-season and produce what you have been known to produce in your former environment. But as we have seen with Luka, as we've seen with Bogey, both of them sort of rising to the occasion, looking a lot like their usual selves in their most recent appearances. Luka, of course, was questionable up until moments ago. He is going to go tonight. It's his birthday, so we'll see if that gives him a little bit of extra juice. But listen, this is one of the best players in our league right now. It was only a matter of time until he found his stride alongside some of the other best players in the league.
Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, this will be game 18 for him so far this season. And I don't know if we've really seen him hit the gas yet and get into that 6th gear. I'm hoping, based upon recent history the last couple of seasons, that this is about the time where he really starts to be more aggressive out there. What have you seen from Kawhi? What are you anticipating with him going up against the Lakers tonight?
Listen, I'm a glass half full person always. And when I look at what Kawhi has done thus far this season, I see progress and I see incremental progress. Think back to the beginning of the year. We knew he was getting closer and closer. And he was, as Ty Lue would say, he was ticking boxes. He was checking boxes. He was getting everything done incrementally. I have seen incremental improvement in his return. A lot has been asked of him when it comes to acclimating to a system that was created in his absence this season. And of course, it highlights a lot of his greatest skills, right? He's a great scorer. He doesn't need the ball. He's a great defender. He doesn't need to be on the ball. He's a fantastic person to add to an already healthy ecosystem. But he's also, in his prime, one of the best players, not just in this NBA, but in NBA history, right? So, of course, the next thing you hope to see as he continues to check boxes is rising into that ultimate Kawhi Leonard form. We've seen glimpses of it, and that means it's still there. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he continues to add, how he continues to get comfortable, and then, of course, the chemistry piece. This is a team that had tons of chemistry through training camp, through the early season, into the middle of the season, before Kawhi was able to join them. So watching him build chemistry in a two-man game with Zoo, watching him build chemistry with James, who's really been running the show so far. Those are the little things that I've been watching now. Watching how they communicate, verbally and non-verbally, always a theme with Kawhi, right? More communicative than I think anyone really realizes. I've loved watching the way that he takes control in a huddle, or he pulls a younger player aside. He communicates much better than people give him credit for. So for me, it's those interpersonal dynamics. How can he continue to get to know everybody and get that chemistry to as great of a place as it can be here in these last 24 games, despite the fact that he had a late start to joining this group?
So we did this last time out. I already made my pick for Clippers player to watch in this one. I got to beat the Zubats. Lauren, who you going with?
I know it's not the most creative answer, but I'm going to go James Harden just because of what I saw in Chicago. That was someone that was not willing to lose that game, and the Clippers are going to need that James Harden tonight and again on Sunday as they come up against the Lakers in this mini series. I loved that competitive edge that he had. I love that when he made the final shot, there was a little celebration, but there wasn't a crazy celebration. It was sort of like, I came, I saw, I conquered, and now I'm going back to LA. And here we are, Adam. So for me, it's James Harden continuing to take control of the game in that calm, cool, collected manner that we have seen, and just generate more victories because they're going to need him.
I like it. They will against the Lakers tonight. She is Lauren Rosen. Follow her at Lauren M. Rosen on your social media platforms. The newest member of the Clippers broadcasting team. And, of course, we are lucky to have her here on Clippers Countdown once again. Lauren, thanks for doing this once again.
Thanks, Adam. I'll be back soon.
Sounds good. Coming up next, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. Clippers and Lakers. Tip-off from Cryptos, 17 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers back at the crypt. Tip off just 15 minutes away. I'm Adam Oslin. Coming up, we'll get back to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. But first, let's get to your drive around the league, brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles, so you can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. In a game where the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cavs were down by 20 early on in the first quarter in Boston. Well, now they lead 114-108 over the Celtics. Donovan Mitchell has 34 for the Cavs. Jason Tatum has 44, 15, and 8 assists. Cavaliers lead by 6 with 4:49 left in the fourth after trailing by 20 early on. Heat up by 3 end of the third quarter over the Indiana Pacers thanks to 25 from Tyler Hero. Make it 5-point lead now at 97-92 over the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton does have 15, 7, and 4 steals. It's the Grizzlies up on the Knicks, 86-79, minute 30 left in the third quarter. Desmond Bane, born in darkness, 18 points and 11 boards for the Grizz. Jalen Brunson with 13 and 7, still a quarter to play. Knicks trailing now by 9. One more for you. The Phoenix Suns, who the Clippers will see next week, are currently up on the Pelicans 42-25. The struggling Phoenix Suns, who are now 5 games under 500, 27-32, lead early with 8 minutes left in the second quarter, 42-25 over a 16-43 Pelicans team. And Kevin Durant does have 9 points. Clippers tipping off with the Lakers 13 minutes from now from Crypto.com Arena. Coming up next, back to Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. Tip-off just 11 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back. It's Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we'll get to your keys to victory, but back out to Crypto and back out to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. So I asked Lauren Rosen this question earlier, and I guess you guys were on the same plane going to Toronto when the Luka trade went down?
Sad day. Sad day. Just kidding.
No, it was.
It was sad day a little bit. It was sad. You know, I just think superstars should be earned and and developed and produced, maybe drafted, traded for some sort of equal bargain. You know what I mean? This is like if I came up to you on the Silk Road and I said, you have exotic silk I have sand. Let's trade. But maybe I also had like 1 grain of salt or something. It just,
Are you saying there was a fleecing that happened in this trade?
I don't think that word describes what happened. Fleecing, yes, is a good description of it. Thievery, I think, is the correct description in this situation.
So what have you seen from Luka so far in a Lakers uniform, as it looks like tonight will be his first game on a back-to-back for the Lakers?
Yeah, it's interesting because after the Portland game, J.J. Redick did say, as you pointed out on Clipper Stock, that they are taking the limiter off of Luka Doncic. What will be interesting in this game, Adam, how does Luka look with maybe the tired legs that he has yet to experience with this Laker group? Obviously, the biggest difference with how he's played, and you pointed it out once again on Clipper Stock at YouTube, at Clipper Stock, like and subscribe.
Checks in the mail.
They have been playing a lot faster with Luka on the team. They've been pushing the pace. They're one of the top teams in the NBA in pace since Luka's been in the lineup. It is his birthday, Adam. It's Luka's birthday. He is a 17% three-point shooter on his birthday. I'm just going to throw it out there.
He's turning 26. Yeah, I hope he shoots below that from 3 percentage-wise.
Yeah, that would be good. Well, he has struggled with the Lakers so far for 3, 22% in his 6 contests, but he is playing the Clippers, and Clipper fans know that trends don't really matter when you take on Luka Doncic. The biggest thing for the Clippers today, Adam, is can they punish the Lakers for their size? I mean, let's be honest. No Rui Hachimura, who would be their small ball 5, and Jackson Hayes, who Ivica Zubac could eat for lunch. Big Zoo has to go to work for this Clipper group, and they also have to play a fast style of basketball with no Norman Powell. They're missing 24 points a night. The Clippers have to figure out an opportunity to get going on the offensive end in transition.
So originally I was anticipating a small ball lineup from the Lakers with Rui at the 5, next to LeBron, Austin, DFS, and Luka. Who do you think is that 5th guy now for them? Is it going to be Vando? Will they get downsized and have Gabe Vincent out there? Who's going to be the 5th guy when they go small?
Yeah, it will be interesting. Maybe we see a Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, he's getting the start today is the only reason I think of him. Maybe a Dorian Finney-Smith, not really an offensive type player. But Vanderbilt makes sense, although he has been shooting the ball well this year, despite traditionally not being a great shooter. Vincent, I think, makes them too small. I can't really see them going that way with LeBron playing at the 5, although we have seen LeBron play the 5. This is a Laker team that has not had – the last time they missed Rui Hachimura was January 27th. They were able to beat Charlotte in Charlotte. They're 5-2 when he does not play, but it's the first time they have Luka and not Rui. So we'll see how they adjust. I'm sure J.J. Redick will try to play with a couple things. The biggest key thing for the Clippers here, Adam, jumping on the Lakers early. The Lakers have not trailed in the last 3 games and 3 quarters. They haven't trailed since the first quarter against the Portland Trailblazers. Clippers can put them in a hole early, maybe make them feel uncomfortable. They'll tell themselves, you know what, we played this team in 2 nights. Let's pack it up and look towards that second night of a back-to-back for the Lakers, who somehow have only played 7 back-to-backs this season. The Clippers have played 12. I don't know. I don't make the schedule. The Lakers do have 7 the rest of the way, including tonight, so they will catch up.
Testing 1, 2, testing
in terms
1,
of the
2.
back-to-backs. But the Clippers have to get out to an early lead.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So Lauren Rosen had a player to watch, and that would be James Harden.
And she doesn't know the rules.
I'm going with Ivica Zubac. Wait, are you saying you wanted James Harden as your player to watch?
No, you can't pick James Harden.
What do you mean?
That's against the rules.
Not these rules today.
No.
The rules
Against the rules.
are ever
If I pick James Harden, I would be told it's against the rules. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I'll let you pick Kawhi if you'd like tonight, Carlo.
No.
I'll be sweet like that.
No, I won't pick Kawhi. I'm going. Can I break rule? Is this a rule breaking if I double down? That's okay.
Are you going with
I can
Big Zoo as well?
No, I'm going Derrick Jones Jr., who I had last game, who came out and showed out, playing his former teammate. I think Derrick's going to have a great game defensively. The Clippers have length. Derrick Jones Jr., Adam, is a guy who could guard up if needed be. Let's say this LeBron Laker team goes small at some point in this game. Derrick could easily be your 4 or your 5 for this Clippers. Now, I don't think they'll do that. Probably put Ben Simmons at the 5. But if he can knock down a couple shots, either him or Chris Dunn, that will change the trajectory of this game.
Yeah, you mentioned there Ben Simmons. I really feel like that adds a different dynamic and dimension to this Clippers team when they do need to go small. And tonight's likely going to be one of those games. It's going to be fascinating to watch the chess match going on between JJ Redick and Coach Lou.
It will be fascinating, especially because Ty, someone who coached against JJ, has much more experience than Redick. There is one coach in the NBA, Adam, who has played the Lakers 20 games and has won at least 20 and has won more than 17 of those games. Ty Lue has the best record of any coach who has coached against the Lakers 20 or more games, 18-5. No coach and he lost 3 of those games last year. So I don't know if Ty gets up for these games, but his coaching record would tell you he does get up for these games. I'm sure he'll have something prepared for JJ Redick.
I believe the Clippers are 38-11, their last 49 games against the Lakers. This will be their first true road contest at Crypto.com Arena against the Lakers in 25 years. Tip-off is just 5 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call. Coming up next, we'll get to your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Clippers and Lakers tipping off just moments away. Let's get to your keys to victory. You got to impose your will, especially when the Lakers go small in this one. Make them adjust to you, and that means getting Big Zoo involved early and often. Let him catch a rhythm, and he's going to have to be great. Passing out of double teams, making quick decisions out there. And the Clippers can't let up those long outlet passes from Luka on a frozen rope to LeBron James streaking down the court. Seen too many of those as of late. And how about get Kawhi Leonard going in the mid-range? Let him operate there at his sweet spots. Make those entry passes there so he doesn't have to create and bring it in there ISO ball himself. Just get him going with some easy looks early. Here we go. It's Carlo Jimenez on the call. Clippers and Lakers from Crypto.com Arena. And tip-off is next right here on your Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.